political faces of the past are on show at Birmingham's Mac Gallery, at a time when modern politics has been in turmoil. It was Tony Blair who opened the door to EU migration on a grand scale. As Home Secretary, our new Prime Minister tried and failed to get immigration numbers down.
She had a tough line on immigration before, and I think that's only going to continue now. She was the Home Secretary that introduced vans that offered illegal immigrants an easy path home. So I think it's fair to say now, with some of the tough rules that she has implemented, some of them being a little bit controversial, that really we're only going to continue to go down that road. And coming from a migrant background and a migrant family, it does make you wonder whether we are actually as welcome here in the country as we have been previously.
I don't think she's somebody who, from her own personal perspective or her work as a politician, values immigration. And whether we like it or not, we're a nation of immigrants. There are people that may be uncomfortable with that truth, but it is an absolute truth.
That's how some perceive Theresa May's immigration stance as Home Secretary. The piloting of vans to combat illegals, her limits on non-EU migrants, both divided opinion, as did her speech at last year's Conservative conference.
When immigration is too high, when the pace of change is too fast, it's impossible to build a cohesive society.
There's no doubt immigration played a key role in the referendum. Almost all the West Midlands region voted Leave, including multicultural Birmingham. During the campaign, I met Moniril Huck, a restaurateur and Leave voter.
Theresa May is going to be the Prime Minister, and so quickly that happened, it's just unbelievable.
Mr Huck wants EU freedom of movement cut to allow more migration from the Commonwealth, including much-needed chefs and staff for restaurants like his.
Every year, this country needs people. I personally think she needs to change her attitudes towards the immigration from Commonwealth countries. She's the one basically making it complicated for us.
And now she's the Prime Minister?
No, now she's the Prime Minister. And this is shocking for us. She will have to change. I reckon she'll have to change.
Across the West Midlands and beyond, hate crimes rose after Brexit, like at this halal shop firebombed in Walsall. Theresa May has touted herself as a unifier of the country in these divided times. On a more local level, others are attempting unity. At Birmingham's social enterprise Beat Freaks, they're busy creating a hate crimes toolkit. Theresa May is going to have to do a lot more to persuade them of her unifying credentials.
I categorically don't believe that we can get behind a leader that has not been democratically elected. She doesn't have the mandate from the people. On top of that, some of the language that we're hearing, some of the statistics that I've seen from her past policies and how she wants to drive this country forward, I think is going to really add to the divides and the divisions and the pain that we're feeling as a country, particularly around immigration, equality and justice. You know, I'm not really happy that this is a person that's supposed to represent us in our time of need and is supposed to bring us together and unite us in hope. I just don't see it happening.
But of course there are plenty who believe that our country will stay divided if May doesn't deliver on Brexit, on controlling EU freedom of movement. At the Globe pub in West Bromwich, I met UKIP activists determined to keep pushing the new PM forward, someone they believe failed on immigration as Home Secretary.
Well, she said she's tough on immigration, but of course her time in the Home Office hasn't exactly proved that.
As a country, we should be able to choose who comes in and who doesn't under an Australian-style kind of point system.
So if she doesn't deliver that?
I think that would be a massive thing around here, certainly. Yeah,
definitely. I think everybody's a little bit jittery about it. She's an unknown quantity, but that's the same with any new Prime Minister.
Delivering Brexit will be Theresa May's most pressing concern as Prime Minister, but she'll need to do it while uniting communities, not driving them apart.